Yeah, man. I think I'm about ready to come in. I'll come in early because I see people are showing up already. I don't want to keep you guys waiting around. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. Today I am playing Rapid against Facebook supporters, YouTube members, and Twitch subs. That is what we're doing today, folks. And as we see someone waiting for that first sub or supporter or member come in, if you want to get involved, click the join button on YouTube, click the little supporter badge on Facebook, and or sub on YouTube. Hey Taper, how you doing? Taper, let's play a game, brother. Dude, you're such a supporter. You are exactly who this is for. It's okay. I'm not saying this about you, Taper, but I'm telling you, there's some people that are rated like 300. They're like, I want to get better before I play you. And it doesn't matter. I'm not just talking to you, Taper, but I just thought about this because I don't think we play very often. And you're here all the time. You love chess. I know I'm a pretty cool dude and you want to hang out with me. I get it. But I know you're into chess. That's why you're here. We should play a game, brother. We could play a game. We could look at it afterwards. How you doing, Taper Mike? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you, dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, I saw, what's his name? Penguin Zero, Moist Critical. He was talking about streamers like talking to chat and using their names. And he's all like, people are like, they don't like that. I'm like, huh. I've completely grown my community. Maybe that's why I don't have 40,000 people watching right now like he might if he went live, right? But I'm like, yeah, no, I talk to my people directly by their name, man. You're talking to me directly when you type a comment. You know what I'm saying? So I talk to you guys. What's going on in world news, folks? Well, world chess news. Community. Why is news under community? That's dumb. That's dumb. FIDE removes rating spot for 2028's candidate qualification. In other words, Hikaru would not have qualified, but he did. I think he got the rating spot, right? He got the rating spot. Fabiano got his spot from something else, from winning a World Cup or I don't know, some stupid thing, you know, that only Fabi can do. Hikaru could have maybe done it too if he would have played chess, but he's busy streaming. So he was qualified. He got the rating spot. Magnus could have stole the rating spot from him. You know that? So now with FIDE to join the candidates tournament, there are a bunch of different ways you qualify. And one spot goes to the highest rated unqualified person. And that was Hikaru. Oh, I suck, but I'll send a request a little bit. Chess.com name is Jump In Jed. Well, if you're ready now, Taper, I'll play you now, brother. Because there's nothing wrong with learning, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what your rating is. I just assume you're lower rated, Taper Mike. But dude, the lower rated you are, the bigger life-changing things you will learn when the game is over. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for me, the lower rated a person is, it's easier for me to give them amazing pointers. You know? Cool. 520. It's perfect, dude. 520 is perfect, man. I would love to play you, Mike. I would love to play you. Tell me when you're done with your lunch. So FIDE removed the rating spot specifically for Hikaru. Mag Sudlu wins title Tuesday. Ooh, good for him. Okay. Who you fan beats Wagner. Dude, the juniors are playing right now, bro. The juniors are playing, and they're very, very strong juniors. United States Junior and Senior Championship. There was a lady who's playing the Senior Championship. She's older than me, I believe. And she's rated 1,800. She's in the seniors. Enjoy your lunch, brother. What are you even eating? I ate nothing this morning. I got up. I had some IRL things to deal with. And then, what did I do? I was watching some of that Junior Championship. Bill Stevens, what's up, dude? How you doing, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got my open mic tonight. I get to go play music. Excited about that. Posted my little post on Facebook to hype that up. Divya wins 14-1 versus Atwell. Wow, that's a crushing win. I saw Divya at USA versus India, Checkmate USA versus India. She was there. Rhodes, how you doing, brother? She was with the Indian team, guys. With Arjun and Prag. Dude, they had a tough team, bro. They had a tough team. I think, didn't we win? I think we won. Which I think is amazing. Like, how do we win? We had Hikaru and Gotham Chess. Like, who else did we have? It was Hikaru Chess, Hikaru, Gotham Chess, and Carissa, who's very, very strong and an up-and-comer. Who was the fourth person for that? Does anyone remember? Checkmate. USA versus India. Contest. Yeah. I'll come contestants. Oh, Fabi played too. Well, there you go. I'm so bad. I'm sorry, Fabi. I love you, Fabi. I love you, Fabi. Oh, and we also had the kid. Anitalua. He's an IM. But they had the world champ Kukesh, they had Arjun, they had Divya, they had Sagar, and they had IM Ethan Vaz. Okay. I remember now. Fabi was there. Isn't that funny? I could not remember Fabi being there. Fabi is so strong. Kirby, what's up, man? What is going on in your life? Dude, thank you for the bits on the gaming stream. If you think I don't remember stuff like that, I do, and I appreciate the support. Kirby, do you want to play a 10-minute game, man? You are you a supporter? You support on something, don't you? What is that? Yeah, 1 subscriber. You're a subscriber, brother. Kirby, do you want to play a 10-minute game, man? I'll shut the chat off and just... Dude, all right. Hey, AFM Kirby, you're not like a FIDE master, are you? Are you a FIDE master who maybe is inactive and your rating just dropped down a little bit? No. Okay. Because it says AFM Kirby, and the way you play is pretty freaking strong. And I just figured maybe you were. Okay, I'm playing a subscriber on Twitch. I'm going to write his name down. I'll write it down later. We're taking the game. I'm shutting chat off. Kirby, don't listen to me talk. Turn the volume down. Because I want the people to be able to hear what I'm saying. And I don't want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. E4, E5, Bishop C4. Knight C6. Great. We just simply play Knight F3. Okay, and then we are in the Bishop's opening 2 knights. I think we castle here. We castle, and then we have very common ideas and very common piece placement. And what I've learned, he plays D5 instantaneously. What I've learned from playing this he comes back. Normally they play Bishop to this square. So this is fine. This is fine. I don't have Bishop G5, Bishop E3. So this Bishop isn't loving its life. Let us attack a pawn stir. Because we can. And he just says, if Knight takes... See, he's very tactical, guys. He's a very good player. Knight takes, Rook takes. He has Knight takes C4, and my pawn is pinned to my queen. Therefore... what would Stockfish do? WWS do. Stockfish is one word. Do we say SF? D. I'll tell you what Stockfish does. It saves the bishop 1,000%, and we're saving the bishop. It's a 10-minute game, so is there anything better? I'm looking for better moves now. I could play queen. He can't defend it this way. Queen, knight takes, pawn takes, and then he can defend the pawn, maybe. And so I'm saving the bishop. Hey, I did what I learned from the guy in a video. He said, it's the old saying, when you see a good move, look for a better one. I usually know what I'm going to do. Dude, what in the world? So knight takes, rook takes. He gets this pawn. This pawn is protecting the square, but it's covered. He's attacking a pawn. I could defend the pawn, but he just developed. I kind of want to play like knight b d2. Oh, bishop d3 and bishop c4 is good because if takes, knight takes, and this is a really good square first knight. So can I play d4? This is the question. I can. Do I want to and take the isolated pawn? Well, do I want to lose on time? These are the questions. d4, e5. I can't. I don't even have this move. I could come up. No, well, I kind of can come up. Wow, black is better, man. Black is better. I have to defend the pawn. Or, but man, if he pushes. So like I'm already screwed up. I did a bad thing there. I looked at all the moves I didn't like a little bit deep. And then I saw one on first glance I didn't hate it, so I played it. That's bad. Good for bullet, maybe. But see, it's a 10-minute game, and he's already up 2 minutes on the clock. That's, like, huge. It's huge. Now I'm threatening the pawn again. He can play f6, which he couldn't play before. Then I can maybe push. No, I don't like it. I have to develop, man. Bishop e3 seems dumb. Bishop e2 and push, because the bishop helps. It's also probably knight bd2, but then I lose his pawn. So this is really bad. I have completely misplayed this. Guys, he's 1841. He's about 150 points higher than me. He's a great supporter of the stream. Maybe he's been around for a long... Whoa, he moved. Plays bishop f6. Guys, I had to move. I had no choice. I got to make one quick move. That's a developing move. I'm playing it. I'm playing my developing move. He's looking at pushing and taking on this square right here because this pawn is pinned to my bishop. But if I take, I'll be attacking something, so that might be okay. He may be able to trade the bishops. Technically, this is my killer attacking bishop. That is not killer or attacking. You gotta understand, that's how I messed this up. Whereas his bishop is better than my bishop, so I wouldn't mind even if he pushed and just take. Well, that drops a pawn, and then knight takes here. Then takes. I got an isolated pawn. I got a pawn on f5. His bishop is rocking and rolling, looking at my pawnster. Wow. Yeah. He goes with the pin. Okay, I like this move. I have to develop, guys. I must make developmental scenario against my opponent. Okay, this is a pretty good square. F5 could come, but there could be checks. Knight, maybe we say... I don't think this is necessary. This could be necessary. If I do this, he's just going to back up, but that's okay. Then I'll have the option of breaking the pin if I absolutely have to, but it's something you don't normally want to do in such positions because it weakens my king. These bishops and this queen looking like this, I don't want to play g4, chase his bishop back, and let him play h5. It's too much. Now, what do we have? We have two pieces that probably are not going to be participating in the attack. Yeah. You think this centralized rook is not participating in the attack? 1,000,000% it is. 1,000,000% it is. Okay, I had to move. Okay, oh, just take that, huh? It's a bishop. It develops his queen. This is a square. It attacks something hair. If I come back, I can't go back, and I can't even get that bishop. I almost want to play queen e2. Where can the bishop go? It can come back. Or he can take. And then maybe play... He can't play f5. Queen e2, queen e2, queen e2, rook a1. Does it lose? I don't think it loses. Now, if this is not the best move, here's the deal. It connects my rooks, and it allows me to bring my next rook to the center. Those are good things. He just takes... Now, do we take with the pawn or the queen? This pawn... If I take with the pawn, this square becomes available, but it's not available yet, but it might be. But then I think we're going to come back here and look at this square. So, if I take with the queen... We have a weakness here. Can he do anything naughty to me right now? He could just play queen up if he wants to. Then I could move a rook. Take with the queen. We're still on this. We also will have ideas. I'm taking with the queen. Oh my god! He's horrifying, guys. Dude. Buck 50 higher rated than me. He's playing a great game. I think he was better but a few moves ago than he is now. Black might still be better, but I think I might have made like a best move or two. Right? Right? Now do we just bust him open and trade his... No. He has pawn takes, but I have queen takes. We're gonna bring the amigos rook. It's a developing move. The master, what's his name? Nelson? He said, if you have a few moves and you're not sure which one to make the one that develops. That's what I did. That's what I did. That's my story. That's my story. And I'm sticking to it, folks. I'm sticking to it. I have no chat. We'll have no outside interference. What are you guys saying in chat? You guys are like, your queen is hanging. Right? Yeah, good thing I can't see it because I can't see it on the board. But there's no doubt in my mind my queen is probably hanging right now. He plays my move, guys. How do you know this? How did I see this, guys? Because I'm a chess player. Kick the knight. Queen takes, knight takes. I don't have this move. This could be a thing, and then he could get on the square, but I would get this square. I think I defend a pawn, believe it or not. Dumb as it sounds. Is this a problem? It probably is. Okay. Now, I would like to do this, but or maybe this. He's not... Oh, on this move... I'm getting the worst structure. I'm ending up with a bad pawn, but this pawn is weak and it's blocking my bishop, man. What do you... He's threatening to push and then take this. C4, he plays knight b4 and takes my pawn. That's why I want to play this, but I think I don't have time. I might have time. There, knight takes, hitting my rook. We could come in. The knight f4 is very scary, hairy. Knight f4 is a great square for the knight, but the queens are off. So even though the knight's going to be in a really good square, I'm not getting mated. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. I feel like this is a move to make him go back to the pregame lobby where he belongs. If he comes here, he's on the rim and he has nowhere to go. I played it, yeah, and now, oh, when I push, he has c4. I didn't see. Can we kick this knight too? Where does that knight go? We do kick the knight. And then, okay, he comes to f4. And then we break in El Centro. Or do I play king f1? I think we have to play this. What did I say before when the game started? What did I say? I said I have a problem with not... Ooh, he has a fork. I didn't see it. Okay, so we take with the knight. Nope, still doesn't work. What did I say about king f1? What did I say? He's going to push, man. Oh, my God, my life. Bishop takes. He has knight check. Oh, but then... So king f1? Yeah, I think he had c4 anyway. This pawn's gone. Bishop takes. This falls at the end, but if bishop takes, he has pawn takes, and then I have to get in front of it. And then he comes here. Well, no, then I can take it. I think I can win the pawn, so I think we have to do this. Now he's going to queen or take my rook. I have no mate, so this is forced. And my knight covers my mate. My God, do you understand? Do you understand? Like, rook, he could threaten knight to this. Yeah, we're going to take here. There was like almost a mate threat there. And it's really funny that we both have these mate threats. It's crazy. But it's true. I could come up and hit f7. Oh, no, I didn't see it. Wow. Okay, then... And I can't defend it? So is this it? Is this how... That's a good move. I can't come back and hit his knight's the problem. So, even though this looks so pretty, I could come back, and I think he plays rook takes. Knight takes, and then he takes. And I'm down a full piece. Rook takes, king takes, check. There's nothing there. I can't attack his rook. I don't have this move, which would be my lifesaver. I don't have this move. Like I said, I can't attack his... Oh, I can attack his knight this way, but he takes my rook. Is it resignable? I'm looking for anything. I don't see it. I don't see it, brother. Is there a way out of this, guys? Do you guys see it? Let me come back to chat. Oh, my goodness. Good game, dude. I gave you everything I had. I gave you everything I had. Even sometimes I tried to make the best move. Hope open mic is great tonight. It's going to be, man. Guess who's back? Kenneth, you borders! Kenneth, welcome back, brother. How are you doing, man? Welcome back. Hi. Can we play ACAS? I'm playing it. If you're a member on YouTube, you can play. Or if you're a sub on Twitch or a supporter on Facebook. Best moves was probably take the pawn. You were 100% winning in the start. Was I? I was better at the beginning? We gotta look at this. We must learn. How... Buckwald says, I found out there's an app that has Stockfish built into your games and gives you suggestions while you play. Sounds like cheating. People think... Some people believe that... Like, they'll use the excuse of cheating on chess.com using Stockfish. They say, I was doing it to learn. You're not going to learn and remember everything Stockfish does. You are better off studying chess and losing and feeling the pain and caring, and then you'll get better, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that almost sounds like a cheating tool, right, Buck? Yeah. I mean, Messi or Ronaldo, Hibby, I'll be honest. I don't know. I am not a football. Goal! That's all I know about football. So I'm going to say, you tell me, Hibby. You tell me. Like when someone's like, oh man, there's a Chargers versus the Chiefs are playing today. And I'm like, who do you got? He's like, the Chiefs. I'm like, well, then okay, I'll go for the Chiefs too. Because I don't care. And I don't know anything about football. Or football. I don't follow it. I just don't follow it. Wow, what a game, guys. Look at the squiggler on this. See, guys, there's something that if you had a coach, if you had a grandmaster coach, he would set up positions and ask you who's better and why. Knowing who's better. Look at this, look how flat it was. I thought he was better and I was better. Look at that. And then I made a bad move. What was the bad move? I'm not even sure. Look at that, man. Wow. Dude, that was a great game for me to learn from, man. Let's check this out, folks. Let's look at the numbers. 85% accuracy by me, 91 by my worthy opponent. No brilliant moves. We each had 2 great moves. We played 7 book moves. I made 10 best moves. He played 11. He's 150 points higher. You're probably going to see that, and you're going to see it in the inaccuracies too. Watch. We each had 3 inaccuracies. We had each had 2 mistakes. I made 2 blunders. Kenneth Matthew Border says, doing great. Just got back from Florida. First time swimming in the Gulf. How was it, man? Have I been to Florida? No. Farthest I've been was Nollins. 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 Farthest I've ever been. I didn't keep going. I've been to Mississippi. No, I've been to Mississippi. I've been to Mississippi. I've been to Pascagoula, Mississippi, guys. When I was 17. Well, I originally thought it would have been +1 after move 15. It says I played like a 2200 and you played like a 2300. And we got stars all the way down. No, you played the end game perfectly. And I played it with a check mark, not even a star. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we did wrong here, guys. And if Taper Mike's ready, I'm going to play Taper Mike in a minute here. Okay, these are all book moves. Oh, we want to come out here, though, and get to the book. Because you guys know me. I want to see the famous Grandmasters that... Yeah, this is all Fabiano Noterbeck. Okay, now here, I thought maybe I could play C3, and I wasn't sure. So I just castled because it's not that big of a mistake. C3 is the #1 move in the master database, and castles is underneath it a little bit. And Stockfish says they're all tied up. Stockfish says C3, Knight BD2, or castles are all the same. Yeah, Taper Mike, I think you gave me your name, right? I could find you, but let me look at this game real quick, and then you can send it, or I'll send it to me. But 10-minute unrated. But if not, I can send it to you, brother. There, he's back. Yes, life. Well, he's back. Please teach us. Oh my God, dude, what are you like? Do you drink or something? Like you're grown up. I don't get it. You're definitely a gamer. It's like a Call of Duty Warzone gamer came into my stream. It's like freaking H1Z1 proximity chat. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, man. Dude. It's like it's like an 8-year-old, but he's a grown man. It's weird. It's just weird, brother. It's weird. Like, did you do that with everybody out of Book Honey Badger? Do you like go into every stream and just say stuff like to get a reaction or something? I don't get it. I wouldn't expect a grown man would want to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. This guy, he's in YouTube vertical chat. He came in the other day saying, "Oh, this guy sucks." What do you say? Please teach his butt. We don't say that in our chess streams. Please teach him something, Lamau, this clown. Like why? I don't get it. Maybe he's hoping I'll say his name and then he'll get some more followers or something. He's already got a good page. But I didn't ban him. I just snoozed him because he was spamming. Saying that stuff, and then when I went and looked at him, I'm like, he seems like a normal person. It doesn't make sense. Are you like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or something? Your pawn is hanging. My pawn is not hanging, brother. Now I did have. Do I have the center trick? Well, kind of, but no, I don't. I don't have the center trick. No, I don't. So book move. Castles is great. D6. They're both about the same. Actually, most people play D6 here. Castles. Okay, here. C3. Number one answer. C3. D5. Yeah, D5 is a common move, and I take. Yep. Good. Okay, now. Rook E1 is stockfish. Rook E1. A4. Knight BD2. B4. I played B4. Okay. I played B4 because it's more forcing, but that can come later anyway. All the grandmasters developed a piece. What did FIDE Master David Bassett teach us, guys? Develop pieces, not pawns. Right? So, based on that, it's like, okay, I developed my pawn. Unprotect this pawn with this knight on D5, actually. That's actually kind of scary. Rook E1's better. I get it now. I see it. And we're going to look at your game too, Mike. Now, okay, and now Rook E1, Stockfish is cool with it. It wants B5. I was looking at B5 in later positions. B5, Knight A5. Yeah, and Stockfish is just like, yeah, just give up the C4. Just give up the, okay, and then control the pawns with my light squares. And I have this. Queen D7, Bishop B2. It's actually saying Bishop D2. Oh, because the knight's kind of trapped. It's kind of trapezoided. Interesting. But that, to me, that's a very stockfish line. I don't know. Maybe those are common moves in this opening that I'm not familiar with. Hits my bishop. Bishop B3, stockfish. Master games. Bishop F6. Oh, no, black play. Yeah, but black just moved. Okay, yeah, Bishop B3, 1000%. Bishop B3. We're slumming with the 2200s, guys. We're slumming with the 2200s. Fabi, he's gone. Fabi has left the building. Castling is a blunder. For who? Castling's not a blunder. We looked at the squiggler. If castling was a blunder for either of us, there would have been a big spike. There's no blunder. When I castled, it was the second best move, and it's only 0.02 different than playing C3. It's not a blunder. And when he castled, Stockfish is torn. Okay, it's the third best move, but the same difference. D6, A6, and castles are basically exactly the same. So you are mistaken. Castling is not a blunder for either of us. Bishop B3, Bishop... Dude, look at that move. Bishop G4, Bishop F5. Yeah. Okay. It's definitely the drug, says Maurice Boney. Stockfish blunders every other move. Hey! LCO is better. What does LCO mean? I don't know what LCO means. Okay. Is that like a college or something? Okay, yeah, Bishop C2, third best move, not too bad. Knight, it wants Knight E5. Knight takes. Rook takes. Did I read this wrong? For some reason I thought... Yeah, I think I analyzed this wrong. And then D4, and we're playing chess. And I still have my advantage. Knight E5. Okay. Better engine than Blunderfish. Oh, Leela's Chess Zero. How come no one uses it then? Or at least how come chess.com doesn't use it? Okay, this is all okay. I still have a good advantage here. H3, number one move. I played it. There we go. Bishop comes back. We're out of the book. B5, something I constantly considered. Or Knight E4. I played Knight E4, and they're basically exactly the same. I still am I'm plus 0.8 right now. Now B5. Did I play it? This was probably my first blunder or inaccuracy. because it's way worse. It's not even on the list. It's plus 1.13 right now, and right here it's like I lost half a pawn. It wants B. Now it's saying knight f6. Stockfish, one thing is crazy. It'll say one thing, and it says another thing. Knight f6, queen f6. B5, E4, takes, knight A5. That's his new square, guys. Knight to the D4 maneuver, El Centro. A6, definitely takes. C5 kicking, probably pawn takes. Why can't I just take? Oh, because it just helps him develop or something? I should have took the bishop. I connected the rooks. Takes. Now this is queen e4 was best. Dude, I suffered over this move because they're on potato PCs with Blender CPUs. Okay, c6. I mean, but Stockfish can still beat Magnus every game, right? g6. I mean, g6. It's a good move. This move, queen d5, I saw it coming moves ago, and it came now. Takes. The thing about this whole idea is it was about trying to get this move in, and it didn't work, and this was way too slow. This b5 move again. So b5 is just in the air in this opening, huh, Kirby? b5 is in the air more than I thought it was. I got c4 is the best move here. He can come in. Oh, he goes to f4. Rook e4. We're going to start putting pressure. Bishop g7 so he can play f6. Bishop c3 hits the knight. b6 forced. Do we just rip it? Look at that. Knight e5. And if bishop takes... Oh, I have a bishop. I didn't see the bishop. Okay, because I'm in a line I didn't play. Okay, so, interesting. b5. I gotta remember b5 disrupts. I played b5 now, though. Wait, is this the right line? Yeah, this is the game. Oh, no, that was... Yeah, this. Then I played b5. And it was the best move. It took me forever to see it. You ever had that happen? Stockfish constantly says the same move over and over again, and you never play it? It'll be like b5, b5, b5. When Stockfish keeps saying the best move is a certain move, and you miss, and it stays that same move, b5, 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 like 3-4 moves in a row, and you miss it every time, it tells you that you're not understanding the position. Right? And that's a great flag that you can learn from Stockfish. You've been around 1200 for a year now. If I could stop missing wins, I could be better. Maurice, yeah, all of us, right? If you could stop missing wins, definitely. Okay, we're almost done with this, and then I'm going to get Taper Mike. Knight e5 again. Okay, so I blundered here. I'll be honest. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I had knight e5. I had knight e5. I shouldn't have played this move. I had knight e5. Or bishop e5. Maybe bishop e5 doesn't work as good as knight e5. But it likes bishop c3, b6, knight e5. g5. This is pinned, so I got to come back. And now it's doing Stockfish stuff. But the point is, I could have held that pawn. This, it's plus 1.5 right now. And now black is better. This was the blunder. One of them. Toasty Cheese It, how you doing, man? I just played AFM Kirby. He's rated 150 points higher than me. And we played a fun game. And understand, guys, too. He has 5 minutes on his clock right now, and I have 2.5 minutes. So in addition, I played okay at the beginning. I did, and I had a pretty good advantage, but here's the thing. I also believed I was worse. I thought back here, like when the bishop came to f5, Like around here, I thought I had screwed up. I really did. I thought black was better. And I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong. And then around here, I thought, I still didn't know I was better. But I thought he wasn't as much better, right? Takes. Okay, and now b5, and I should have snacked the pawn again. Yep, this was the blunder. And the problem is the fork. I can't take the pawn, guys. And at least I saw it. At least I saw it, so I didn't lose on the knight forky. Wow. Oh yeah, it likes knight d4 anyway. Oh, he plays knight e2 check, and he wants the bishop. And it's -1. Black is clearly better. Probably winning. Bishop f6 was best, but now it's -2.5. It's like he's crushing me. Rook c1 is best. Knight takes c4, best move, great job. Rook c2, got to get rid of it. Knight a3. Now, I think I might have had a better chance here. It wants rook c5 defending the pawn. Rook c5 defending the pawn. Weird, but okay. I snack. And then, well, the problem with snacking is, yeah, it's just a way worse move. So I need to defend the pawn. And he could play b6, right? It's not on the list. Knight e6 hits it. Rook d5. b6 now. Rook e5. Knight d4. Just trying to get traded down a little bit. He is in a slight predicament where he has to be careful because I have a back rank mate if his rook leaves. Right? So like in this position, if it's my move, I could take, and he has to take with the pawn. He has to take with the pawn. He can't take with the rook, or else check is, and then taking his mate. Okay. So from there, I think my last chance was not allowing this move that loses, and now it's really over. It was over before. Good game, Kirby. Good game. Taper Mike. I think you gave me your name. Yes. Jumpin' Jed. Jumpin' Jed. We will check the rating. Well, Jumpin' Jed, his name is Mike. So I'm going to say this is Mike. Yep, and the ratings look good. Okay, so I'm going to challenge Jumpin' Jed. Not 1 minute bullet. We're going to play 10 minute. You know what, Jumpin' Jed? Let's play 10 plus 5. We're going to do that to slow the game down for you a little bit, because I want you to not lose on time, but I want you to spend some time to make the best mics you can. Mike's the best mics. Your name is Mike. The best moves you can, so we can get an idea of where you are, and it will help. You know what I'm saying? Not bad for a 1600. It wasn't a bad game, man. You've been around. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Kurama. Okay, 10 plus 5 unrated. This is the tournament, the time control that we use in our tournaments on Wednesday. We have a tournament tomorrow, 10 minute with 5-second increment. We've been doing that every Wednesday or once a week for, it'll be 6 years after the turn of the year. Over 5 years, we've been doing that weekly tournament. Mike, I sent it, brother. I hope I didn't keep you waiting too long. But the same way, I had to look at my game against Kirby. Why you gotta be rude like that? Pata7, do you know me? Do you know me, or do you just want one of my mods to freaking ban you forever? You could come in different, bro, and you might be able to hang out. We got a good community here. Best in the world. Best community in the world, folks. Right here at Charly Sardo Gaming. I think, guys, am I getting soft in my old age? I'm getting nice. I'm starting to, like, feel sorry for people. Like the one guy that came in earlier. And he just comes in and talks smack and then leaves. He's freaking hilarious. And then this guy comes in. I'm like, hey. What? Do you even play chess, bro? Do you even lift? Mike, are you here, brother? Taper Mike. Talk to me, Goose. Taper Mike is a lot lower rated than me, and this will literally be like a learning experience for both of us. You got to understand, if I'm playing somebody rated 600 or 500, and I'm 15 or 1600 or 1700. What's my rapid? It's pretty low right now, huh? I can still try and play the best move, and then when I look at the game later, I will find out if I did make the best move. Kirby gifted a sub. Ooh, hopefully it goes to the guy who told me to shut my trap. Dude went to Hammer. Dude. Kirby, let me tell you, Hammer is a great part of the community. So this first time chatter guy just came in and like said, shut yo trap on Twitch, and then like didn't even stay. Was he just like jump around from stream, say shut yo trap, and then leave? Freaking love it. Not bad for is my rating 6? Oh yeah, 1691 right now. Taper Mike, are you there, brother? If not, guys, if there's a sub that wants to play me, there will be probably a little bit more waiting around for you than for me, because I got to keep the show going, right? And so Taper Mike said he was eating lunch, so I took the game with Kirby. Now I'm waiting for Taper Mike. If there's somebody, he's not answering. Send it, Taper Mike. Dude, Kirby, thank you for gifting the sub. And I will tell Hammer he's going to be there tomorrow night at least for the Elden Ring Igon run. And I'll tell him that you gifted it. He'll probably get a notification. For sure. Bill Stevens says, you're not old and you're not soft. You're the perfect age and consistency. Thank you. Pritchard, how you doing? Good to see you, my brother. I might already said hi to him, actually, because that was 22 chess.com minutes ago. Yo, Taper Mike. Yo, Taper Mike. Is he there? Is he there? This could be... Is there anybody who is a... Oh, here. Okay, I hear, but it popped up on my phone, which is way too small, but not the iPad. Okay, let me cancel it. I'm going to cancel it, and I would, like, exit the app on your phone and be sure you're logged in on the iPad. And how come I canceled it and it doesn't, like... I'm going to send it again, okay? Okay, Taper Mike. Taper Mike is a great supporter of the stream, and he is worth it, folks. Worth it. Okay. Not 1 minute bullet. 10 plus 5, unrated. I'm sending it now. Jumpin' Jed. Taper Mike. Yeah, I don't know why it would show up on your phone and not your iPad, but I would close the app on the phone completely. Unless you have two accounts. You have two accounts. Or you can send it to me. Taper Mike. Rosewood Telly. You know my name. Rosewood Telly. 10 plus 5 or 10 minute, whatever you want to play, unrated. If you're not getting it, send it to me. I'm grabbing my water. Do we go to the coffee can for a second? Do we literally go to the coffee can? And I'll tell you this, Mike, don't get discouraged. We had a person in chat who had a hard time challenging me. Could never figure it out. Great supporter of the stream. And could never get the challenge off. It doesn't work. It took her a minute. If she was here right now, boom, she'd be the first challenge. So you know, you gotta, there you go. 10 plus 5. Dude, you did it, brother. You did it. We are in. I'm shutting off chat because I'm treating this. I don't care. He's rated 540, guys. I'm going to play against him like I'm playing against a grandmaster. And I want every move when the game is over to be the top stockfish move. Okay, it's bishop c4 already is not top stockfish move, but that's okay. I'm playing a bishop's opening. It transposes. And Mike, you can watch the replay, but you should turn the volume down and not listen to me talk while we play. You should. It's very important. It's very important that you don't. Because you're going to learn way less. You say, but no, I want to hear what you say. You can watch a replay. You can watch the replay. E4, E5, bishop e4, knight f6. We played d4, right? We memorized this 35 years ago, folks. We know what's up. Yeah, don't listen. It's not going to help you. And the problem is, if I say a move that you could do and you do it, it's not learning. It's not learning. That's probably not an altogether bad move. I'm supposed to... I think Stockfish... I had this the other day, and I think Stockfish wanted me to play d5. And so I'm going to do it just to get the number one Stockfish move on this move alone. Yep. There we go. This is great. This is great. Dude, Mike, thank you so much. Well, Mike can't hear me because he turned his volume down. But I'm really glad Mike took this game. Mike has been so supporting the stream. He comes in. He's got a good attitude. He's a chiller. He's one of us. And he subscribes on Twitch and keeps the lights on. And I appreciate that. And he's playing a game. And it's great. It's great. Tomorrow's tournament, guys. We've been doing that tournament once a week. Oh, plays bishop check. Okay. I'm going to play the best move. Wait, it might not be the best move. C3 is what I thought was the best move, but he can counterattack my bishop. So is C3 the best move? I think it is. I think that was probably the best move because now I have two pieces attacked. We're gonna make coffee, guys. After last game's time pressure fiasco, I'm not making coffee during a game. I don't care if my opponent's 1,000 points lower than me. Okay, Queen E7. If pawn takes, queen takes check, hitting my knight, my bishop, I can play knight BD2 then. Protecting the bishop, stopping the check. But I think best is simply to take the knight. So that's what I'm going to do. Now we are on a second piece. I have to be careful here too. I'm going to tell you why. He has 3 pieces developed. I have 1. Right? If I like end up taking and he takes with the bishop, and then he castles, and I take a free piece. Look at my king. There is a time. Stockfish will always take the next pawn. Stockfish will just keep taking pawns and pieces if you give it to him, until Stockfish knows it has to castle and develop his pieces. Human beings, it's like if someone drops a pawn, they drop another pawn, maybe they drop a piece, all in the first few moves. And you could win one more pawn with your queen, just castle. You already have a winning advantage. Don't let him get ahead of you on the time. You know what I'm saying? I believe that to be true. I'm sure Hikaru would say it depends on the position. And it does. It's okay. Just play your best game, brother. Play your best game. Poor guy dropped a piece. But this is how we learn. This is exactly how we learn. Saves the bishop. Now... could be threatening my pawn and this square hair. Bishop G5 maybe runs into bishop F2 check. King takes, knight takes check, and then takes this back. See, so like I could already be in some trouble because of all his developmental scenarii. Knight BD2. He doesn't have this move, but he has knight takes. No, knight BD2 defends it. So I'm going to go knight bd2. He's probably going to take my pawn. Then I can play knight f3, and I think we're okay. And we're up a piece. Now, I could take with check, but I kind of want to make him spend his time on the move. Do you know what I'm saying? Takes check, bishop takes, knight bd2. I'm up a piece. Kasparov said, time is precious. And he also said, what's the most important thing? King safety. King safety is the most important thing, guys. And I don't want to lose. I ain't trying to lose. This is good. I can't give him the center pawn. He can double those. Great. I'll come here. He can pin. It doesn't do anything. I just castle. And then we're up a piece. We could play b4, b5. We could do some of that malarkey. We could play a4 first, like Stockfish. If I'm trying to guess Stockfish's move, it might be a4 in such pawn structure like it was last time. I don't know. If you're just getting here, you're saying, why is he playing somebody 1,150 points lower than him? It's because he is one of us. He's part of our community. Plays d6. Wow. Makes me want to take and route the bishop this way. But that bishop, and then I want to play f3, but then I can't do stuff. So I think we come here. Because I gotta get castled, guys. I gotta get castled. It's that important. That might not have been Stockfish's move. It might not have been, but you know what? You can't just go and watch Stockfish and copy his moves, because there's too many millions of variations to just copy the Stockfish move. You can do it in a certain position in the opening. Probably not an altogether bad move. Now I kind of want to take bishop takes, queen e2. Or b4. It just kicks him back. It doesn't really do much with the position. It gains space. It gains spatulas, guys. He castled. We need to... I'm going to castle. It's a pawn. It's a pawn. I'm up a piece. I'm up a piece. I need to get... And my pieces are not perfect either. I'm going to have to probably play h3 to keep the knight out. Or the bishop. h3, rook e1, knight f1, knight g3, knight f5. These are ideas in the position. These are ideas in the position. He doesn't have a knight on c6 to hit with b5, which I should have done last game. Got to remember that's such a big part of these structures. After playing b4, you got b5 on the table. Use it. I believe I've seen Hans play like rook e1, and then when they play knight g4, he just plays rook e2. He takes the pawn, Come in here. And then on knight g4, he plays rook e2. And you play h3 later. Feels weird to me. h3 now, maybe bishop e6. How are we doing on time? We're about the same on time. Okay, I want to say one thing great about Mike's time management. He's staying with me on the time, but he's not moving fast. One thing a lower rated players do, they play a 15-minute game and they use a minute for the whole game. This doesn't seem to... It might kind of, but... I gotta move. It's a useful move. Keeps the knight out. Prepares rook over. Keeps the bishop out. We're fine. We're fine. We're absolutely cool with it. The coffee's good with it. Charly Sardo gave me It's a Move coffee mug. don't know if I turn the bot on for Facebook or not. I'll do it after the game because I got chat shut off right now. I play with chat on a lot of times and I make my move. What do you do? Plays D5. Did we have to take? And he fixes his pawns. He has a much bigger, sexier, and better center than I have. Just look at some squares. Should I have come to E2? Maybe. Or no, B3 maybe. Maybe B3 to keep the pressure. B3 was better. What am I thinking? It also blocks this. Well, we better just get to work, folks. We better just get to work. I'm trying to win the game, but I'm trying to make good moves. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the stream, my name's Charlie. I play guitar, I play chess. We play Elden Ring after dark. Tonight I host an open mic. It's my only job, guys. Well, this is my job. But tonight, when I started streaming full-time 5 years ago, I kept my open mic. So every Tuesday, I go set up the PA, bring guitar and an amp. My friend Mark brings keyboard. And we make music, and then people get up and open mic, sing songs, comedy, poetry. We had it. We've had poetry, guys. It's open mic. Open mic means open mic. If push, I think I take with the rook for the time. And then we take. I think. I don't actually know. I don't rightfully know. We're fixing to find out, though. I'll tell you that, folks. And he has a better center, and he's ahead in development. But I'm up a piece. So there is compensation. There is compensation. Yeah. There is compensation for the piece. Knight B3 might be a good move. Consider to attack this bishop and let this bishop out. But I kind of wanted to do this thing, but now F5 is not controlled by protected by E4 anymore. So maybe this whole idea is dumb. Knight B3, it looks at the bishop, it looks at this square. And then if he hit, it also blocks the file. Then if he does a kick or something, we just come back to E2 like I was, or D3, or D3. Nope, loses a piece. Well, it doesn't lose a piece because the queen's pinned. We come back to this square, which is a little bit better. It's just all so hard to say, folks. It's all so difficult to say what's going on in this position. Brings the knight. This is probably a pretty good move. The question is, does it do anything? Because knight takes, pawn takes. He's on my knight. I got to play knight back. He could play E3. Takes, and it's a pawn, but then everything's messed up. Does it threaten anything? It threatens his square. Wow. Takes, pawn takes is kind of annoying. So what do I do? Rook E2, we looked at it earlier, but it can't. That literally, my queen is unprotected in that line. That's weird. It's pretty weird. Doesn't have a real nice beard. I think I'm being outplayed here, folks. I think I'm being outplayed. He's threatening a square. Takes, pawn takes. Where can my queen? Can it attack something? I have to play knight back, but then E3. I think it's the best move, though. Knight takes, pawn, queen takes, knight f3, hitting it. It's like, that just gives the piece back. I think I'm going to lose giving the piece back. Not on time. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I think Taper Mike might be a little bit underrated. He's down a piece, but he's playing very, very well. You're playing really good, dude. Way better than I expected. You can be proud of your plays so far. But if you're listening, you can't do that. You can't listen. And I did too on E3's rook takes. To get rid of the monster. If he plays E3. But E3 is like it's a pretty high level move. You know what I'm saying? But he might play it. He's been playing above the 540 level, I think, since he lost the piece. Some people do that too. It's like, I saw a chess guy saying that. Like, some people don't start thinking till they're losing. Right? He plays E3, man. Okay, I have to watch out for one thing. I can't let him take. Is taking this way better than... Yeah, it must be. I just saw a crazy line, but I think it's okay, but it probably loses. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, folks. You see the line I'm talking about? Bishop takes, rook takes. Queen c5 hitting the rook with check and the bishop. But they have queen e2 defending both. The question is, can I hold them both? You know what I'm saying? Herein lies the mucho problema. Then I think if he plays something like f5 to push and pin, I think I just play king over. And then the rook can move. Plays the rook up. See, this is the 500 rating here, guys. This is the 500 rating here. Wow. You're going to be a great chess player, Taper. I'm going to tell you that afterwards. He dropped a piece, then he dropped a rook. Is there anything he's threatening? I think we can take the piece. And then unpin it with unmiserablite with queen e2. C2 defending our great world champion. We got to take the rook. It's a rook. We have to take the rook. It's a rook, guys. Did you guys see how good he played when he got down the piece and then like he played some good moves in the center, man. The bishop comes with attacking maneuvers. Do we bring the knight or do we bring the bishop? Or, well, the thing about the knight is, it opens up, but then the bishop can move and he can play f5. This move threatens the bishop. I think we're going to do this move. How are we doing on time? We're okay on time. We could threaten this square. This was a move I was looking at before. His bishop's way better than my bishop. Final answer. Final answer. Just move. Takes. Right. Okay, attacks. Queen takes, knight takes. That's a fun line. So now I have 2 pieces. I have a lot. The rooks kind of cancel out the queen, right? I think we have to do this. Or do we do this? This might be better. And we bring the bishop. The queen comes looking at stuff. Probably not an altogether bad move. I just got to get my pieces out so I don't lose. This is protected. He can't kick my knight. Bring. This was probably not the best move. This seems odd though, but the knight is protecting it. So it's like, that's kind of like an idea. I could like play b4 and just the knight, it just protects the pawn. And then we're playing chess. I did this to kind of make it a little bit more funner. And I'm just way up material. Because the rooks technically should be better than the queen, depending. Okay, he attacks, right? Just defending our great world champion. Right? He looks at my bishop. Look, king. He has no check, which is the beauty of the scenario. My bishop kind of sucks, but my rooks are coming to life. They're going to come to the 7th rank behind. We're going to start doing stuff. Then the bishop can live. The knight, the pawn. Yeah. And he's low on time, guys. He's low on time. He's rated 500. But dude, he played some good moves. Did he play? Tell me. Tell me he did not play some great. It's like opening question mark, end game question mark, middle game. He's gonna get like a thumbs up or a star. Coming back to you, Taper Mike. Dude, great game, man. Yeah. I would say that your understanding is better than your tactics. It's in the rules. You have to take the rook. Daniel Abbott. Lois! Lois is here. Lois, how are you doing? How have you been, Lois? Buck said, what's the difference between a bishop's opening and a London? E4, E5, bishop C4 is a bishop's opening. D4 and bishop F4 is totally different. It's different. It's a D4 versus E4. All right, don't overcomplicate things. That's correct, actually. Can we play? Today I'm playing subs on Twitch, supporters on Facebook, and members on YouTube. Lois says, knight back would protect the rook. Let's look at the game. Taper Mike, are you back in the chat, brother? DH Germany, welcome back. How you doing, man? We're going to look at the squiggler. He had some compensation for the piece, guys. Some compensation. You found the tactical edge in the opening. We're going to look at the squiggler cam because the squiggler cam tells all. This is exclusive to Charly Sardo Gaming, folks. I designed it myself. This is Clifford the Big Red Arrow. You've never heard of it. The game was equal till he blundered knight. And look, I was winning, but see how it dropped down? This is the area where it dropped down to where I'm still winning, but he played a good middle game. That's what I'm talking about. This right here, he played better in the middle game than I did and got some of his advantage, or some of it. He took some of my advantage away, and then toward the end game, I started playing better, and then he dropped a queen. Dude, good game. Mike, come in the chat. You played a good game. Now, I'll tell you this, Vogue. We have anyone that's asking to play me, we have a tournament tomorrow, 10-minute plus 5-second increment. It's tomorrow. The stream starts at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Texas time. And the tournament starts at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, and that would have been like 12 minutes ago. So come tomorrow and play the tournament, and you probably get to play me 10 plus 5. But wait, there's more. On Thursday, I review my tournament games, and then I play 3-minute unrated against everybody. You don't have to be a subscriber, a supporter, a member. 1 minute on Mondays, 3 minute on Thursdays. I play everybody. Anybody. Thursdays, you can also play me in the tournament. Tuesdays, I do rapid and I'm going to start doing it now with my screen off every time too. I like it. I like it because I just got to play a chess game. You're back. Dude, did you see the squiggler, Mike? Mike, look. You did, in the opening, you dropped the piece, and you didn't play the opening very good, and you were losing, but look at this. See how the white comes down a little bit, and it comes down a little bit more? Because you played the middle game better than I did. And then, as we started getting to the end game, then, yeah. We'll see if my, you know what? Sacking the queen was, I think, a good move. We're going to look at it right now, folks. Okay, I played 87% accuracy. He played 72.2. 3 book moves for me, 2 for him. Okay, you actually played a lot of... Dude, you see, it says game rating. I played like a 1700. You played like a 1250. You had 1 blunder, 3 mistakes. I had no blunders, no mistakes. We each had 2 inaccuracies. You play that game way... Are you higher rated than... Is 540 a little bit low and you just don't play rapid? I thought I was getting your rook, but I didn't see the bishop. Lost my rook. Okay. But are you higher than that rating, technically? Is you're like, let me see. I can't open a new window. I want to look at your whole profile. Yeah, do you like, have you been like studying chess for like 6 months or a year, but just don't really play rapid too much or something? Or you only play computers? You played like, I played 500s before, although you did drop 2 pieces. You dropped 3 pieces. I got a piece in the opening. I got a free rook. And then I get a free queen. So yeah, that's about in line with the 500. But I'll show you what you did so good. Was D5. What did I say in this position, guys? This comes from studying chess. I'm like, Stockfish told me D5 is the best move. I'm going to do it just so when we do the replay, I'll get the star on the screen. What did I get? The star on the screen. On the screen. Okay, C3 is great. That's the best move. Now he has 2 pieces hanging, but... This is a mistake. Now, I thought if I take... Is this the way it went? Yeah, see, you have 2 pieces hanging, and it's pretty bad, but let's see what the computer says. I think you can attack my bishop. Bishop E2, bishop E7, B4. Oh, the knight's trapped anyway. I didn't see this. I thought knight A5 was okay, but the knight's trapped. Wow. Guys, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay, so that was best. This wasn't good. Taking the knight was best. Comes back. Now, Stockfish is 1000% take it. Stockfish is not afraid of anything I'm developing. What's the, it wants, of course, it wants me to take either of these pawns or play B4 and then take the pawns because it's Stockfish, right? I'm up a piece and I'm behind in development. As a practical chess player, I think it's not a bad idea to develop my pieces. and protect my center pawn. Okay, that's a good move. This would have done, this would have been really a good move. The reason why, Mike, is because then you get this idea. And you have a really big center. A really big, strong center. But like I said, you are down a piece. But, and then just taking this way would have won a pawn and let your bishop out too. Right? So, take the pawn. Take the pawn. Developing. Castling is best. If you can castle, it's probably the best move. When you're low rated, especially, it almost always is. Castles. See, hey! Guys, I'm so proud of myself for castling. Darkest Solos, how you doing, man? No, I'm 540 years ago. You were 800. Don't play much anymore. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense. You played good in the middle game, man. You played in the middle game. Good in the middle game. Velner, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, Lois had said knight back would protect the rook. We're going to see. Lois, how have you been? Did you say? Hey, Charlie and Chillers. Lois, guys, Lois used to be here all the time. We don't see her so much. I hope you're good. I hope you tell me you're doing good, Lois. I need some good news in my life. Tell me you're doing so good that you haven't had time to hang out with us. Because you're calling from Mount Everest. Okay, let me see. Best move, capture towards center, take the pawn. Now you're going to get this idea. If takes, you can reinforce with this, and then you have pawns like this. Your pawns will be right here. And I will have no center pawns, and you'll have 2 center pawns protected by a 3rd pawn. It's kind of like, reminds me of the Grenfell center. It's a big center. This was good. It wanted b4, d5, good move. It wanted king h8, interesting. It's stockfish. We can't look that far ahead. Bishop b3. After I played bishop, now it says best, but it was just saying bishop b3 was best. After I played bishop b5, I thought this was better. And it says this is best. It's saying they're both best. They're tied. They're tied. But I felt like this was better to keep pressure on the center. To keep pressure here. Like, what's it doing here? I mean, it keeps this rook off of e8, I guess. I don't freaking know. But I played this move, and I regret it. I want to play bishop b3. Brings a piece looking at my queen. Why not? What was better? Rook b8 was something I think you missed, Mike, because look, you come with tempo. Right? And then you're kind of going here too. b4, bishop d6, a4, everything's okay. And we're playing chess, and I got a little space over here. This is backward, but it can't be attacked by a rook. So, okay, rook b8, I see b4 now. I see the idea. b4 and a4. Okay, rook over looking at my queen. That wasn't best. It wanted b4. And then you played this. Yeah, see, this is like losing a pawn. This was the middle game where you did better than me. This was my biggest mistake in the game, I think. Then you played this good move. That was the best move. Now let's see if this is good, guys. Knight back, okay. e3 isn't good. Wow. Oh, you had bishop f2, king takes, and queen check. King g3, look at that. Queen takes b5. And I gotta run. I'm still winning, but you had a shot you didn't see. I didn't see it either. I thought e3 was the move, and that's what you played. That's what scared me. Take with the pawn. This was a mistake. Bishops move backwards. Oh, yeah, so I want to see if my trade... Dude, it wants b4 like in every line, bro. Bishop d6. Okay, takes. Trading down, getting rid of his monster bishop. Now, right here. That is good. This is a good move, trading my queen. Because here's the thing. I'm up a lot of material. And I traded down... I gave 10 points for 8 points. But, whoa. I gave 10 points for 8 points, but here's the deal. So I gave back 2 points of material, right? But it's +7 right now. So right now it's like I'm up a rook and 2 pawns. Well, if I trade off 2 of these pieces, it's like I'm up just a rook, which is still winning. But he only has 1 piece to attack me with, 1 piece to make things, it's called simplifying, right? Hikaru said that's why he can't give Levy a queen. I saw him say this. I mean, not in real life. We didn't talk about it when I talked to Hikaru in real life, but when I watched on a stream or something, he said, someone asked, can you give Levy a queen? He said, no. He said, the reason is Levy is going to sack a knight for 2 pawns. He might sack a rook for a knight. He's got 9 points in the bank. And he could trade, if Hikaru got a really monster knight, Levy could just play rook takes knight. Trade 5 for 3. I'm still up 7 points of material, and his monster knight's gone. And so he could keep giving a little bits of it back, and then just be up +3 in the end game and just win. Be up a piece. You know what I'm saying? So that was my idea. It kind of makes it fun too. It kind of makes it fun. What should I do here? Yeah, just develop. Queen G4, Queen E2. These are the Queen B3. Just bring the queen out. Just bring the queen out. But I'm still a little bit behind in development. My rook sucks. This rook that I'm up can't play, and this bishop that look at that. These pieces are so bad. Technically, it's rook, knight, rook, queen, and bishop against queen, knight, and rook. And his rook's better than mine. That's how sometimes, there's no attack, I don't think, over here, but that's how sometimes people will lose a game like this. Black will just start attacking like a psycho, and my pieces I'm up aren't even playing chess, right? Oh, I wish I've missed everyone. Cool. Hey, I had something correct. Which one was it? Which one was it? The knight comes back and protects the rook. That was the best move, by the way. Hey, it lets my bishop out. Not hard to find. Oh, I see. You're saying knight E. This. Oh wait, the knight doesn't come back and defend the rook. Oh, the knight can come to D3. Yeah, it's the 3rd best move. Bishop E3 is the best move, and I should have done that. And I saw that right after I played Bishop D2. Queen back. B4 is fine. Bring the rook. And then he hung the queen. He hung the queen. Guys, he's rated 500. Taper Mike, thank you for playing me the game. Mike, what can you learn from in this in the opening? Yeah, here's the problem. Here's the problem. This is the biggest thing you're going to get from this that you need to apply to your games. When I played this move, what does he threaten? I think you might have seen I was attacking your knight, and this is just it's a game-losing scenario. You can't let me take a knight for free or for a pawn. As Hikaru would say, like if Bishop E7, pawn takes C6, losing the knight and the game. You can't. But if you saw that and said, yeah, but I'm going to check him. I'm going to check him. He doesn't have time to take my knight. I don't, except I have C3. Now you have 2 pieces attacked. You know what I'm saying? So in chess, especially when you're rated 500, I want you to start using bigger concepts and all this, but you need to learn the basics. It's like literally learning how to walk before you learn how to run. When someone attacks a knight with a pawn, try not to grow too much of a brain. You might need to save the knight. You know what I'm saying? As you get into bigger themes, for instance, I mean, you attacked my king, but I can just easily defend it. Now you got 2 pieces. What are you going to do? Like we said, this whole thing here doesn't work. Because I can, save the bishop. And then if you save your bishop, your knight's trapped. Right? So it just that's what got you into trouble. That's what got you into trouble at the beginning. What's a real good move here? Stockfish says knight B8. Maurice! Hey! Maurice is in. Ask yourself, what will they do about this check? Miss Chaos Sapphire. Perfect way. Been a few days, but I'm back. Welcome back. Yeah, so that's the important thing, man. Do like what Miss said, because I'm attacking your knight, and you got to remember that. And then you got to say, when I play the check, what's he going to do? And then you might see C3. You know what I'm saying? And then is there anything... Yeah, see, at this point, you're losing a piece. So I like developing. I like the development part of it, and then pushing to center. I mean, maybe you could have made it worse. You could have maybe tried to get your bishop out somewhere. Stockmuch wants king h8, probably because it wants to play bishop e6. D5 is the third best move. That's not an altogether bad move. When I'm supposed to play bishop d3 or b4 again, like I wouldn't play it. Guys, remember, if you're not a supporter on Twitch, or no, a subscriber on Twitch, supporter on Facebook, or a member on YouTube, those are the people that give the $5 a month to keep the stream on. Those are the people I'm playing today, but I play 1 minute against everybody on Mondays. And I play a tournament tomorrow. Anyone can join. That is completely free. Everyone can't do that supporter thing, but the people that do, that's why we're here. If they didn't support, I wouldn't be here. I couldn't be here. I'd have to be at work right now. This is my work, right? And then Thursdays, I play everybody 3 minute. The rapid thing I just started doing for the supporters to give them some freaking love. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Sapphire, Miss Chaos Sapphire. I love it. Does it mean anything specific? Where does the Sapphire come? Taper Mike, I did too. I learned from that game. No, Miss Chaos. I'm saying the I am on Nikki 16. Hey, Nikki 16, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Freaking love you guys, man. The community is growing like weeds, guys. We just hit 700 on Twitch, and now we're already at 704 and growing like weeds. We just hit 3,000 on YouTube, and it's growing. And Facebook's got the big numbers, but they don't tell everyone I'm live, so we only get a certain amount. We get people like Lois and Daniel. All the hardcore. Mandy Dowd said, born in the USA. Surely someone sings that tonight. Mandy, I didn't even see your comment. I was playing. Yeah, okay. I think I got most of the chat. Okay, so yeah. So if you do want to play me and you are a sub on Twitch, you can use your Prime if you want. Amazon Prime, connected to your Twitch, you can sub there. Or you become a supporter on Facebook by hitting this button. Or you can click the join button on YouTube. And then you get that qualifies you to play a rapid game on Tuesdays. I have to write down. I have a list here, guys, because I don't want to. Where is it? It's right here. Okay, good. Yep, Twitch. Twitch was Kirby, and his chess.com was like AFM Kirby, I think. And then Twitch was Taper Mike. And his chess.com was Jumpin' Jed. Now we have many hundreds of subscribers, supporters, and members. But everyone's not here at one time. And so I'm just making a list and writing it down. Because I want to be sure people don't play twice. You know what I'm saying? Your old lab, Jed, that passed. Oh, what a great memory to name your chess.com after your dog. Sorry about your dog, man. People love dogs. Dogs are such a beautiful thing. We had a cat. We lost a cat. It was traumatic. Well, pretty much the way it happened was traumatic, too. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to say it was freaking traumatic. It was life-changing. Guaranteed lost some years off the back end of my life after that, about 12 hours of pure hell. But we picked a good spot in the backyard. We buried the cat in a good spot. We got like little lights. We got a little place to sit back there. And we have a statue of an angel with a light bulb. That solar. And so at night, you go out there and it's lit up for the cat. It's a good cat. It's a good cat. Okay, I don't see any subs going nuts wanting to play right now, and I am going to tell you that I think I'm going to get rolling because I have my open mic tonight. Thank you, all my supporters, my subscribers, and my members. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, everyone else. You don't feel left out because you can play me tomorrow in the tournament. 10 minutes plus 5-second increment. Anyone can join. You join Chess Chillers on chess.com. We'll have links tomorrow, but join the club, Chess Chillers. And then you can play a tournament tomorrow. And then you can also play me 3 minute, 5 minute, 3 minute and 1 minute. Where's my link for Chillers? I don't see it. I have it right here. I was going to copy it and give it to you guys. Chess Chillers, guys. Join the group. You'll see my face. You'll see my beautiful face. I love you guys. I will catch you guys. Next stream is tomorrow at 3 p.m. for tournament day. The biggest stream of the week. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button. Say goodbye on your way out. It all helps. Hit the freaking buttons, guys. Thank you guys for a great day of chess. Love you guys. Catch you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.